Alright, I'm going to do a quick little video on how to fill the voids in wood. In my particular case, this works for a knife handle. In the process of putting some scales on now. And there's several voids. This is red oak out of my yard, which is working pretty well. The main void I'm having, see if you can see it right there. A piece came out earlier today, and I'm not going to sand out enough of my handle to actually make this line up right, if that makes sense. So anyway, here's what we're going to do. Have to bear with the shaky camera. I'm trying to do all this by hand real quick. This is sawdust. What am I doing? Sawdust. I went out to the shop, got a little bit of sawdust. And I also have what I'm using as my my wood finish, because I'm on a budget here, and this is my first go at this whole knife scale thing. Loctite epoxy, 5-minute epoxy. So some of you may see where this is going. I want to fill these voids so I can have a nice smooth surface. Okay, I got my Loctite out, my epoxy, I've got a little bit of sawdust put in there. What I want to do is make a paste, basically, to fill that void. So I've got 5 minutes to work with it. That should be fine. I'm going to stir it up and then see what happens. Trying to see if I can come up with any kind of way to prop this phone up. It's not really a good video if I can't. Hang on. Okay. So I'm going to use a plastic knife. I've never done this before, so this is just an idea I've come up with. I'm using really fine sawdust. If you can't tell, I was last sanding a few minutes ago with 400 grit sandpaper, so the sawdust is very fine, and that's going to be perfect to make our paste and fill these voids, because we're really close to finishing this project. So there's the epoxy. Oops. I'll go ahead and mix this all up the best I can. You can see it's turned extremely pasty now. I've got my epoxy paste wood filler. There's our void in the knife, and I'm going to just rake it in there and smooth it over the best I can to fill that up. And it seems to have worked. As it hardens, it should harden, you know, with the wood particles in it, just like a wood filler would. That's what my plan is anyway. So anyway, I'll continue this video when it dries so we can see how it looks.